Guys, so many movements that we make around the spine on a daily requires a lot of spinal fluidity, adding a little bit of raja kaput, a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of rubber to the spine, just adds all the more flavor. That gives us just that ultimate strength that we just depend on here. So I want you to come into Prasarita here, the beginning Prasarita, and just opening up the hip. I want you to manually extend your sitting bones to the back of the room, and then you come into a forward fold here. Just explore into the space and watch and feel how each tissue, tendons, and ligament open up, allowing us to come into a forward fold here. Just breathe with me, slowly 2 or 3 more breaths here as we extend the tailbone all the way up to the back of the room. The crown of the head is nice and suspended here, and just breathe in and just take 2 more breaths here, just let it in with me. Good, you feel manually opening up. So much of the movements that we're making in inversions requires a lot of hip opening, hip repetition. So repeating these hip flexors really allows us to get into that creative space, okay? Where our flexibility index really opens up, challenging us to move forward in our hip blades, okay? Just let me 1 more breath with me here. And if it's good, you come all the way up into inversions. Good. It requires a lot of work from our abs as well, our obliques, our transversus abdominis, as well as our rectus abdominis. Good. Just breathe in, point out the glutes, flex and point. Good. Stay with me here. Now as you come into hip blades here, we're doing a little acrobatic trick here, just to give side body tilt here in our inversion. It's a scorpion variation here, just allowing us to play. So we are not at all in our neck here, we are in the upper chest area with the shoulder rotation, with the sternum engaged, and our deltoids actively employed here to give us that extra balance, that round of balance, as well as adding that raja kaput, rubber to the spine. Just breathe here, flex and point. Good. Give a little bit of extension, feel the hip work really extending all the way to the glutes, the calves, the hamstrings, nice lift here, and the gluteal muscle are really actively involved here to just give us that stability here. Good. Just breathe in. Good. Just repeat the mobility on the second side. Feel that you're very, very much supported here. Nice and strong. Flex and point. Good. Here, sit and wide. Extend to the second side. We're extending out our backbends here as well. Good, nice and strong. Good. Come out. We're going to give a side shot. Just overtly extend our sitting bones to the back of the room. Feel that all the way up to the pelvic floor. Feel that stretch, deep stretch coming in. Let's work our way the crown of our heads, and we're going to get a tilt, okay? Good. Just enjoy the stretch. Find a spot where you're able to just breathe it in, relax. Poke out the glutes. Relax. Breathe. It takes time to just open up into the space. So be very kind, okay? Nice and easy. Good. Now the trick with the tripod is when we're coming up, is to move our elbows, okay? We're not going to allow the elbows to move at all. Let us be mindful and bring our mind back on the mat with enough mental clarity, enough dexterity, and longevity to just be in this flow. Good. It helps that we are in our shoulder rotation here. Our deltoids are very much on anchor, as well as our sternum, allowing us to stay here longer without actually needing to pull on the neck at all. Good. Give a tab onto your abdominis, your transversus abdominis especially, all the way up to the rib cage. Feel the lift, feel that lift and grow, engage with me. Good. Okay, just flow with it, have fun with it as well. It's very dynamic. It allows us to play with our central nervous system to get a little bit of balance with hormonal flow. Good. Breathe into that space. So much clarity. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, as our balance starts to get stable, eventually we'll be able to be afloat here. Good. Just breathe it in one more time, and then we're going to come down. Poke out the glutes, lift and grow. Beautiful. Good. Now we're coming to tripod on the second side. Just before we get to our side tripods here, and just really working our way into core strength here. It requires a lot of core strength as well as from our abdominis, rectus and transversus abdominis, all the way up to the rib cage. Do you feel those glutes burning? As well as the upper chest, the triceps and the biceps. Very much on anchor here, and you feel so grounded here. Just breathe with me. Don't hold your breath. Good. Just anchor. And just stay grounded. Good. Breathe with me, flow. Give it a nice strength here, the upper chest area, the abs, the glutes, the quads. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Yes. Now to come down, become so by employing the abs, the abductors. Beautiful. You just stay here forever and just feel the benefits of being inverted, upside down. Give it a little topsy-turvy balance here. It plays beautiful. I don't know if you're able to see it, but my foot is, my little tippy toe is touching ever so gently to the mirror at the back. give us that beautiful stretch all the way out and out. Good. Now we're going to try our side tripod here. Give a nice shot to tripod here. And just breathe it in, okay? Now the trick is always, I find that the elbows don't move. When they move, when you come up, it just makes the whole movement unstable. You feel really, really unstable here. We try to avoid that as much as possible. Let's stay balanced here. Deltoid tilt. Good. Stay out there. Good. Try to come into recline pigeon. Good. Sit here. Just extend out more and more. Good. A little squeeze. So you're letting your neck all the way in the upper chest with shoulder rotation as well as our deltoid and our sternum as our anchor. So breathing in. Good. Good. Come up. Nice and control. Beautiful. The balance, returning back to our Headstand. Coming to the little child pose here, and just extend out the neck, moving it into the top, and then we'll just fix our garment a little here. Because we're upside down, the tendency is for the toes to move sort of up and down, just to the front. Just going to give it a little nudge here. Good. Then we're back. Now we're going to take our tripod and sit inside. Now remember our little trick when we're coming up to balance into ground. Tilt to lay with me here. Good. Hip raise are absolutely the best. Then restricting the upper chest, the neck, the shoulders, especially our deltoid, our obliques, our transversus abdominis and our rectus abdominis. Good. You feel the strengthening here, all the way through, and then down. Should feel good, doesn't it? Now we're going to come into fish pose. We're just going to stretch out and bring a little bit of relief to the upper chest area. Because I want the focus of our inversion here. Just bring a little bit of relief. Tap into that space. All the way grounding from the elbow up, crown of the head, all the way up to our calves and hamstrings here. Give it a deep stretch. Just feel the relief coming through. I can feel it in the abs now. Abs are very much on fire here. As well as the triceps and the biceps. So I can make push-ups, but inverted push-ups. So straight in. Really good. Good, stay grounded. It's coming up. Now you might take your camel. Just bring a little bit of relief here. Push all the way out. Lift up your sternum. Look at the chest, the heart out, the lungs as well, to hydrate fresh, nourishing blood. Oxygen, breathe air, fresh, hydrated air. And tapping into that creative space and just breathing in. Good. So our hips should feel very, very much open now and wide, as well as our upper chest area. From all that tightness, it takes it all the way out, and we feel empowered to just flow. So now we're going to come into bridge pose. It's that time for bridge. But with this bridge, I want you to just play with the tailbone here. The tailbone is that bone that is right before the pelvic bed and your spinal line here. That tailbone right down. Feel it pressing to it, right to the pelvic floor as well as the spinal floor here. That tailbone gets a nice lift here. To compensate, to allow us even more, we come to the sternum, point out the sternum, bring it all the way to the chin, raise the tailbone more, higher, and just hang out here. This way we are activating our endocrine, our central nervous system here. Just pushing for all those heavy hormones to come out. It regulates our mood as well as just giving us that beautiful dopamine cortisol rhinus hit here. You feel very, very much to just lift more. Good. Now we're going to come to the crown of our head with a view to coming to wheel. If you're familiar with a wheel without doing it on the wall, you take it with me. Otherwise, you can just hang out here and bridge. Tap into that space, lifting up the tailbone, okay? I can feel the tailbone here, tailbone just underneath your gluteal muscle here, gluteal glans, and then you come to the tailbone here with the spinal, as well as the pelvic floor. The tailbone, just lift it up, okay? Even when we come into wheel, I want you to tap into that space. With time, the spine will form a perfect bow, okay? Good. Point it out. Breathe. Now underneath there is a little muscle called the psoas muscle. When we lift it up so, we get a nice stretch as well. Responsible for our balance. Breathing in that hip space, which is opened. Breathe. Just try to quiet your breath. Let's hug in on the legs of thighs. Okay. Once into the chest. Just flex and point. Flex and point. Good. And now we might try to just move sideways to and fro around the spine. And then we're going to begin in plow. Come all the way to the tippy toe of the mat. Lift up and flow back downwards. Clearing the groundwork for Vidrasana. It helps to come at the upper chest area. And just take out from here. Breathe. Feel so drawn out, but it feels very, very much part of just your practice, okay? Good. You just feel like you're zipping up in and out, and you feel all that work, muscle strength from our hip tilt work that we just put in, okay? And then you come down here with me. I'm just going to serve in 1 or 2 breaths here. Just to quiet the spine. If you're breathing this far, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. And don't forget to leave me thoughts in the comment box below. I absolutely love to hear from you. And just take time on the mat. It is one stretch, one flow at a time on the mat, one leg at a time. It should feel really, really good. And give you that ground. Okay. I like the practice because it also gives you a little bit of mindfulness. You learn to anchor inwards to be able to hold ourselves back on our stations on a day-to-day. Whatever our life endeavor is, whatever period of activity you're in, just coming back to the mind, giving you mindfulness, being present in your day, or throughout your day, to give you maximum yielding results. So we tap into that creative space and just want to hold it here and just really integrate into that creative interior space so we are really grounded from inside. Not focus too much on our exteriority, our exterior, but we are interior endogenous beings as much as possible. The addition, mindset, we are spirit beings having a human experience. We just tap into that creative space. Staying grounded, staying rooted. I just want to get a little side body stretch here. Just come to a little side body stretch. Glutes open out as usual. Feet about 45 to 90 jump and take it on the legs. In 7. Press down the circumference of the heels to lift up the torso. Come to the second landing. Really is all about mindfulness and just being grounded, okay? Grounded right here on the mat. Good. And we are back before we begin. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in our next class where we are building on our presentation as well as our inversions, okay?